Alright, resuming where I left off. So now that this piece is off the top and this piece, which is the window guide, has been removed, the window shouldn't come out. You just gotta be careful with it. You don't break it. Make sure that I take my time with it. There it is. Let me put that back behind here so I don't break it. Now that the window's out of there, so now I got to get the rest of this apart. So that's what I found to do that is to basically, if you look up here, there's this piece here, and you got to get a screwdriver and wedge it up underneath here, and then that'll release this piece from this piece. So I'll get myself this flathead. Stick this right up in here, wedged in there, and then I pry up. And as I pry up, I'm going to pull out at the same time. You don't want to pull up too much because you'll break it. I just wiggle it back and forth as I do that, and it should come, hopefully. Come on, baby. Coming. Oh. The idea is take your time. You don't want to break it. And it's coming. So try to keep it flat and flush. You're moving it back and forth, and there it goes. See that clip right there? You just get the screwdriver up underneath there and push that up. Then it comes out. So now that I've done that, I'm going to want to push these in right here. These go pushed in, these pieces here. So see the rubber pieces. So I'm going to start by pushing those in up inside. So that way it'll give me a little more room to work. Okay, so now I can move this around a little more, and I can actually get to the back side. Now that the back's exposed, you can see the regulator, and you can see that this piece, the wires, they need to be disconnected as they hold everything in place. And this way is to get in there with a flathead or a needle nose. Right here, I just like the flathead because it's kind of tight, but I can just wedge one side at a time and pop them out just like that. The idea is to leave the clips intact where I don't break them. That way they'll go back together real nice. You won't have to fight it. So now I'll lift this up a little more because I've got those screws out of there for those fittings. A couple more here to get. Do the same thing. Wedge that screwdriver. It's kind of hard to see, but also I felt this works too. Just get in there, loosen it with this. Just put that in there. Wedge one side in. Kind of hard to see with the lighting. I'm doing myself much favors with that. See, you just crimp like this, and then they release. So, over here, bam. Then I can start fishing my wires through, because they all got to come out. So, oh, and then there's a clip back here that you're gonna have to detach. You just push it down, hold this in place. It's just a, come on, baby. There it is. So you just push this, and that releases from the door latch. So now this is pretty loose. So then, like I said, I can take the wires and start fishing them through. Come out, come in through here. So then, what I'm going to do is just take this here, grab me a flathead screwdriver, and I'm going to be very careful. I don't want to break this, but I'm going to actually pry it to the side and lift up underneath it with my finger and pull that out. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to just very carefully pry against that and pull back with my finger. I just don't want to break it. Okay, so once you get those out, and those come out just like that, and then I can reattach this in a second. So basically, now that I've done that, I can put my screwdriver down here, and these here will fish right through here, just like that. Same thing with that. And my regulator is out. And you can see where your window rides on right here. So now that that piece is out, I can grab me a flathead screwdriver, pry up right here. You can see that. So I lift this up, and then I just put this behind it. Bam. And then I just push this rubber on in. I can pull out the entire harness that way. Oh, there's a couple more clips on the door inside here. I'll just get in there with a screwdriver or pliers, either one. Just get behind, give it a squeeze and pull. And usually come out pretty efficient. Every now and then you might get one that sticks, but I did okay. I got all of them out and didn't break any clips. So that whole harness just comes out just like that. So then, just set this over here out of the way. So then you got to get this thing out of here. So that's your door latch. The best way I found to do that, and doing the other doors, is if you look in here, which is going to be kind of hard to see, but you'll see that this basically rides up on the side right here. So I'm going to have to actually get my screwdriver in there and disconnect it. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see with the lighting. So there it is. So I don't know if you can see right here. See if you can shine in from the top. Right on the, maybe from the top up here. So this here has to come off right here. So what I do is I just stick the flathead screwdriver in from the bottom and detach it from the bottom, which is down here on the bottom, and then I can remove this. So let's stick that screwdriver in there. Okay. The lighting isn't so good. Moving the top over right there, and moving the side over, and underneath it from the bottom, bam, like that. It's loose, and then it just comes on out. You can see where I just got into there and just wedged that out. So I move that over with the top, push this out with the side, and then this whole thing just detaches. You just gotta undo these 3 areas. So then I'm gonna pull this wire down to here. And then I take this and detach this from here. And down here, if you can see, the best way is to get a flathead screwdriver up in here. Let me get the lighting where we can see, because that lighting is, yeah, there we go. Lighting's terrible. You want to get a flathead that fits in there, because you got to get underneath here. Underneath in there, just like in there. And that'll dry right out. And this is probably the best one I've got that's going to fit. So, just wedge that right underneath there, like so. Get underneath it. See, I just pushed that up and that clip popped. And there's the door latch. Then what I do, grab this thing, and you don't lose it. And this just reattaches in here. The bigger one goes in the bigger loop, smaller one goes in the smaller loop. Just make sure it's in there even, I guess. Sorry about the lighting. Nothing like trying to do things in a dark garage. So I just pop that back in there like that. And same thing with this one. Twist it and then line it up in. Now I'm just doing this so I don't lose it, since someone's going to be putting it back together later. And then that's that. That's the door latch. So, only I left, pull these couple of clips, and I'm going to leave the door handle on it. So, that's it then. That's how you got all the interior, everything except for the door latch, or the door handle. But you can see how that comes apart in here if you want to take that apart. So